Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at the October readings, and I'm going to be reading for Leo. So this reading's for Leo. If you're new to my channel, what I tend to do is meditate on the cards prior, because then I do a little bit of poetry at the end just to encompass the whole of the reading. So the cards I'll be using for October, guys, I'm using a combination of the Good Tarot and the Wisdom of the House of Night. Both sets are by Colette Baron, Reid, and I'll just drop the card links below in the description box. I'll also be doing a random pull with the lovely Moon Goddess affirmation cards by Terri Foss, because I love her cards. So yeah, I will just take this card away, because obviously that's what I use at the end. And without further ado, guys, we'll just get straight into the reading. So the first card out for you, Leo, for October, we have the Queen of Fire. So I'm just going to place that there a second. And then we have the Ace of Fire. So the Queen of Fire, because I don't follow the normal rules for the general tarot cards, I tend to pick up my own thoughts and feelings as I go along on my own interpretation of cards. So, you know, if you look at the Queen of Fire and the Ace of Fire, and you think I'm going to interpret it as the standard tarot format, then I don't work like that. So just to let you know, for any newbies who've jumped on today. So looking at the Queen of Fire, I always symbolise this card around relationships, because in the card itself, it always shows a heart here above the person, and also here behind the candle. So as soon as I always look at this card, I always feel that I'm more drawn to relationships on these cards. So to me, looking at the Queen of Fire and the Ace of Fire together, I do feel that some of my Leos out there may have their cross past from someone they had a relationship with previously. A relationship that obviously broken down, because if I look at the Ace of Fire, to me here, this symbolises just like a broken piece of glass. So as I drawed the two cards out, what sort of jumped out to me, I just felt that there's going to be in October, or if it hasn't already happened, there's going to be some kind of reconnection with somebody from your past. So I'm just going to open this up a little bit more, just to see what we've got from here, guys. Okay, we've got the card of obedience. Now, I'm picking up that somebody who you had a sort of liaison with, a relationship with back in your past, put you on a pedestal. They absolutely idolised you, even though sometimes you may have felt that the relationship was very rocky, but they solely put you on a pedestal and absolutely idolised you, even for their wrongdoings that, caused the original relationship to break down. I do feel, yeah, they had issues. They could have had alcohol issues, drug abuse issues. They were not the perfect person, basically. There was some kind of underlying issue that caused the relationship to break down in the first place. But they did have you on a pedestal. But the relationship did break down. But I do feel this person will be resurfacing. For some of my Leos, there'll be some kind of communication from this person that'll just come out of the blue. But like I say, it did break down, the relationship did, because I do feel there were some issues that they had to work through themselves, but they never took you off that pedestal. But you were quite guarded, because if you look at the obedience card, it's like you're quite guarded, and I think that's what the energy that will be surrounding you when you get this communication, guys, come back in from this person from your past. You're going to be quite guarded, and it's going to blindside you, really, because if you see the person got the blindfold on, you're not going to see this coming, and you're sort of going to be like on the defence with your own inner feelings because of what happened in the past with this relationship. So yeah, this is what I'm picking up. It's not going to resonate with, you know, all the Leos out there, but this is what the vibe I'm picking up with, guys, going into October with some of my lovely Leos. So I'm just going to open it up a little bit further. And we've got 9 of water. So this person crossing your path, once again, is going to stir up emotions with you. Going to stir up past thoughts and emotions of the relationship that was, you know, in the past with them. And there were some good times. I'm not saying it was all negative, and you know that, and that's what's going to stir, you know, the thoughts and emotions within you when you do get communication, I feel, back from this person. Like I said, there was good and bad in the relationship. So yeah, I just feel very drawn that someone from your past is going to be, you know, coming in as a blindside, really. Never thought that you'd hear from them. It could be a scenario as well. I'm picking up now. I'm being told you might hear about them from a third party. You know, you might hear some news that they have got their life back on track, and I do feel that they are in a relationship. But there's some reason that they want to communicate back with you, and I do feel it's because they want to apologise. I just think they want to apologise to you for how they treated you when you were actually in a relationship. And they did put you on this pedestal, guys. They did put you on this pedestal. But I think it's because they were going through such a bad time, either with the alcohol I've got or the drugs, that you know, you got to a point where you thought enough's enough. You know, they were sort of taking money from you to feed their addiction, and there was towards the end there was a lot of arguments, and as much as it was hard for you, you know, not to abandon them, but you had to look after yourself. You had to look after yourself, and that's why the relationship broke down, and you broke the relationship down. I do feel it was yourself, and that's why it hurt them so much, because they literally did have you on this pedestal, guys. But I do feel that, like I say, there's going to be either you hear the name of this person, or whether you will actually get communication, or, as I said, you'll find out that they have pulled themselves together now and they are in another relationship, and this is what I'm feeling. So I'm just going to open it up a little bit more, and we've got the Star and Beauty. So I always symbolise the Beauty card. It can mean 2 elements, really, but in this reading I'm picking up that I do feel that this person has made amends to their whatever addictions they had, and in doing so they have built up another relationship, but they still hold a candle as such to you. And looking at the Star card here, obviously when you hear of the news, or you do get communication from them, as I said, it's gonna affect you a little bit. In one way, you'll be happy to know that they, you know, are on a better path now and they have cleaned their act up together. But it's like you contain the emotions within. You know that you don't want to go down that path again, as much as there was a connection there at the start. You've sealed all your emotions now of that relationship, and you have put it behind you, because, you know, it was good in its first stages, but then it did completely break down, and it took you such a long time, you know, to get over that and to protect yourself. Because I just feel this card here, It's like this is all your emotions from that relationship you contained and you held close, and you know, you didn't want to spill any of those emotions out. And that's what I feel will be coming around you guys. You know, if you hear of this person as we go into October. So I'm just going to open it up a little bit more. And we've got the Sun card, followed by letting go. So as I said, here, these won't stop. That's it. I'm running out of room here. Sorry, guys. On the Sun card, I just see the actual sunflowers. You know, there's no sun reaching them. Like I say, the relationship to you came to a closure, came to a finish. And again, we've got the sun behind yourself here and here. So that those two cards to me just mirror one another. And it's saying you're happy with how you're happy with your own independence. You're happy with how your relationship status is at the moment, whether that be single. It's basically saying there's no way that you could ever go back with this person. And even though they've got you on this pedestal and they've still got feelings for you underneath everything, even though they're in a new relationship, you know that, yeah, it may have been good in one point at the start, but you know that relationship ended for a reason. And you do not want to revisit that. That's what I'm picking up from these two cards. It needs to be left in the past. And that's why we've got the letting go card here. So, like I say, it depends really how the story is going to unfold for you with this communication from this person in the past. But I do feel that you still will let go. Yeah, it might be nice to hear from them. And like I say, you'll be happy to the fact that they have got their act together and they are moving on to brighter things. But so are you. So are you guys. Like I say, there's a lot of things happened besides after them. After that relationship, there's a lot of things happened where you've had to I can never say that word, you know. Compartmentalise. No. See, I'm not good with words sometimes. We won't say that word then, guys. Basically, you've had to contain your feelings and emotions and bottle them all in and seal them off. That's what I want to say. You've had to seal your emotions off, and that's what I feel there. You're holding all the emotions from this past relationship. And it's like a Pandora's box, basically. It's like a Pandora's box, and you do not want to lift the lid off that again, because they will try their best. Because I think it's basically with them, it's wanting to say sorry to you. They knew they were, you know, they knew at the end of that relationship they were terrible, and they caused you a lot of hurt and a lot of grief, and they realised the errors of their ways. So in a positive side of it, you can see that it's took a lot for them to come and apologise to you. So I do feel that, you know, some of my Leos are going to get an apology from this, but it's basically you'll be saying to them, I'm happy for you, I'm happy that you're in a relationship, but it's like they will want to try and get a footing with your friendship again, because like I say, they had you on a pedestal at all times, but with them coming in as a blind side and you're not knowing, or it'll put you on self-defense, guarded, because you know you're guarding the fact that you cannot let them manipulate you, really, because I do feel there's certain emotions and still an undercurrent of love there for you, but you are, you know, sure-footed to the fact that you're happy with how your life is at the minute, and you don't want any old past relationships rocking the boat and causing you to take the lid off that Pandora's box. You can't take the risk, guys, and you know that. And in a nice roundabout way, you need to get that message over to them. So I'm just going to open it up with this card, and we've got the Three of Fire, and this is basically you, guys. This is basically you in your own power, directing your own life, allowing who can and can't, you know, coming close to your perimeter radius. And it's saying here, you're being guided anyway. You're being guided to where you need to go. And it's saying, you know, you do not need to get yourself entangled again with anybody from your past, especially this person who you already had a relationship with, who had a drug or alcohol addiction, or had there's some element around them that caused you to literally shut the door on them for a long time as well. I feel there was a lot of bitterness, sadness, and you did not want any communication. But it's either you're going to hear about them third party, that they have got their act back together, they've cleaned their act up, and they're actually, you know, in a relationship now. But I do feel that relationship isn't 100% either, because, as I said, they've still got underlying feelings for you, because they just had you on this pedestal, guys. They did think the world of you, even though they didn't show it in the way they should have done, because of the problems that they were going through. And that's one big regret. And they just need, more or less, they just want to let you know that they're sorry. But you're, like I say, you're on the up here. You're in control. You're quite, for the first time ever, you know, you've got some money around you. You've got your independence. You're quite a strong willed person, whether that's male or female. And you know your own directive of where you're going. But like I say, there's some intervention here anyway, with the divine, the spirit, who have just started on you on a new direction, on a new, brighter, more happy path than what you have been for quite some time. Because I do feel my Leos over the last couple of months, even if it's family, you know, where family haven't seemed to have been kind to you, really. You've had to deal with a lot of issues around family matters, because you are the sole pinnacle. You are that, like the rock to friends and family. They'll always come to you. So for the collective Leos, not going on the relationship side of things, if we look at the other side of the coin, it's basically saying, the message for the Leos, non-relationship wise, it's basically saying you're getting your life back on track. If we start from the start here, you're getting stepping into your own power, more focused, more assertive, knowing the goals that you want to achieve. And it's saying here, you can't fix things what have broken. You can't fix things that no longer serve you. It's basically saying clear out everything that no longer serves you, guys. Things that have broken down, things that don't work anymore. It's the month to clear all this clutter that no longer serves you. And with the obedience card for the non-relationship, it's just saying you're on point now. You're it's like a warning to people to say, you know, actually, I can stand up for myself now. I can defend myself. I can fight my own corner. Like I say, you've grown in confidence, Leo. You've grown in confidence over the last couple of months, and you're sort of rising yourself above that, and you're giving the tools to yourself to be able to forge forward, because you have gone through, as I said, you have gone through quite an emotional period, as with the Nine of Water. It's just saying it's, you know, it's an emotional card, but it's like you've dealt with those emotions now, because that mermaid there is actually smiling, and it's like you're proud of yourself to think of all the things that you've gone through, and you feel like you're actually in power, more in power of your own direction. It's like you've resurfaced. That's what I want to say. It's like you're coming to the surface, away from all this trauma, crisis, all the negativity that's been around you for the last few months. So as we move along again, the beauty, because this is like you growing. This is like new growth for you, and you're shining for the first time, guys. So you're shining now as we go into October, and you've actually, like I said, you're in a better state all round to how you were a few months ago, financially even. You've even got more money that you've saved and got access to, because I feel that there is like her little pot of gold, or his pot of gold, and you feel like, you know, you've actually can do something with your life now. I think you've gone through the lean and mean stage, as I'd call it. Lean and mean as in lean with haven't had much money around you, and mean as in friends and family haven't been too kind either. But that stage, like I say, is leaving you guys, and you're blossoming. This is you blossoming, and new opportunities coming in. And we have to allow things to die sometimes to allow new things to grow. And that's what I feel with the Leos on the other side of the coin. Obviously, I explained the relationships side of it. This is for the collective Leos now, about the whole vibe that is surrounding the majority of the Leos going into October. So you've had to allow things to die. We have to allow things to die, or we have to move things out of our, you know, out of our energy fields, for us to then acquire new things to come in, and for us to grow as a person. And like I say, you've gone through a lot, but now you're going into a nice, more happy, favourable phase. You've got rid of the lean and mean, as I call it, and as you go in, Leo, you know to have you know you're letting go of all the heavy burdens. You're letting go of all the negativity that's been around you, and you're going in to this will be like the end of October. You'll be going out at the end of the month in your own nice little happy place, and safe place as well. That's what I want to say. Safe as in, yeah, there's enough money coming in to pay your bills, and even a little bit left over to spoil yourself. And like I say, that's been a long time coming, where you've had, you know, the opportunity to actually treat yourself. That's what I want to say. Treat yourself, guys. So that's the major reading there for both sides of the coin. As I said, we've got the relationship side with people coming in from your past who you had a relationship with, and then on the other side, the main vibe for the collective Leos is you're going into a better phase, guys. So I'm just going to quickly read one of the affirmation cards from the Moon Goddess cards. So I'll just give these a quick shuffle and have a look what we've got. So that's great, guys. I'm happy about that, Leo, because I know you've gone through some real crap, basically, over the last couple of months. Yeah, you might, on the relationship side, have to sort that issue out with that past person. But like I say, you won't open that Pandora's box on that. So I'm going to pick that card there because it's just jumping out at me. So yeah, you're not going to open the Pandora's box on that, guys. And for the collective Leos, it's just lovely. You know, you're growing personally in yourself. You know what no longer serves you, and you're just going to be going out, you know, sailing your own ship, really, steering your own direction, and having the resources around you to do so. So here we have, I honour, you know what I'm saying. I honour my female ancestors that came before me. But here, I'm not so interested in the words. I'm more interested in the picture, because it's to me, it is like past. It's like, if I go this way, yeah, I feel like I want to go this way. It's past, present and future. This is obviously the past because she's looking into the past, and this is the present now, and obviously this is what's coming in. Excuse me, my voice is going. You'll have to excuse me, guys. As I mentioned before, didn't I, that I've not been well over the last couple of months having this shingles, and it's still, even now, affecting my voice. So I do apologise. So I'll try and recap again. This is the past, this is the present, this is the future. And it's like a reflection of you. And it's basically just saying there is brighter things going to be coming in, which it reflects on this card really with the stars. Because here we've got the stars here, and it's holding the stars. It's like holding your dreams and wishes, and learning to let go of what no longer serves you in the past. Focusing on the now, the present, of what you know, of the wishes and dreams that you want to manifest for in the future. So it's an overall collective of you're in control here. You're in control, taking back the reins of guiding, you know, focusing on what you want to be doing for aiming in the future. So that's what I feel that card is representing there. It's just saying you are finally letting go of things that no longer serve you. That's whether that's relationships, you know, friends that, you know, aren't really friends to you. It's just basically getting rid of everything that, you know, you shouldn't have to be consuming your energy on. That's no worth to you. And then obviously focusing on the now, putting plans into place and manifesting, putting your wishes and your dreams in what you want, so it can obviously manifest for your future. So that's what I got there, guys. So I'm just going to actually, what I was going to do was, if I can find them, was pull out a little trinket, a little charm as well this time round as a difference. So I'm just going to have a rummage around in here and just pull out a charm and see what we've got. And we've got an angel wing. So an angel wing here is saying you are protected by spirit. And it's just to say to have the faith and belief in yourself. You have come a long way, and I do feel you are protected, Leo. So you're just protected by somebody close to you in spirit, and it's saying that they're around you more now than ever, really. It's just so that they're encouraging you to focus on your future, to focus on you, because that's what I wanted to say. Focus on you, because of the collective I was saying in the previous months, you've just been browbeaten really by family, friends, work, all wanting a little piece of you. But it's like spirit's coming in to say, no, this is, I'm coming to protect you now. Protecting you, that's like this shell here, protecting you, because it's time for you to give yourself the time and energy to focus on where you want to be. So that's what I feel why that's come out for you. Just representing that spirit is close to you guys. So now I'm going to just give you a little read of the poetry that I do. So this is what came about when I was manifesting on the cards previously. So it reads, they had you on a pedestal, but you always guarded your heart. Old memories of past times will begin to start and resurface, but you no longer wear their crown. A thorn between two roses is nothing but a clown. What's been left in the past, they need to let go and see you as someone they no longer know. Because you aren't the person, guys. You aren't the person who they think they know, because you've become stronger, more aware, more savvy. You're not the person that they were in a relationship with when that relationship broken up. And it's saying a thorn between two roses is nothing but a clown. And as I said, you're the rose, and the person that I feel that they're in the current relationship with, and they're the clown in between. Not in a derogative way. I'm not calling them a clown as in a fool. Only to a fool that they could think that they could win your heart back after all this time. Because, as I said, that Pandora's box, guys, is firmly shut. And there's no way that, you know, you will reopen that spark for that to rekindle. You're happy to the fact that they have got their act together, and you'll be pleased as a friend, nothing more. And that's what you'll sort of reiterate. Oh, here we go. Reiterate to them. It's only friends, and there's just no way that you'd want it any more than that. So yeah, it's not going to be, like I say, for the collective with the relationship, but I hope you can take something, Leo, from what I said about the general read of the Leos going into a better phase within their life. So yeah, I hope that resonates for some of you out there, and I hope you have a great October, guys, and I look forward to reading to you with whatever my next little readings are when I upload next. So you take care of yourselves. Bye then. Bye.